What's amazing of today's times is, in spite of the challenges, as a human race, we are unified. For supply chain, what happens in the enterprise will matter less. What happens outside will have a greater proportion of influence on your supply chain outcomes. Our customers don't come to us looking to buy software.
Yeah.
We are a vertical industry. You may be in the CPG industry or the high-tech industry. They are looking for these responses that they're facing on a daily basis. It just happens to come in the format of a software. Are you prepared for the unknown over the next 6 weeks? Do you truly have a transformation plan? Do you have a true end-to-end transformation strategy? Is your change management and governance laid out where you have great confidence? So those are things I would urge our customers to think about. Watch the externalities each day, each week over the next 6 weeks, and be able to respond to those.
The current mode is pretty tense and one of tension, frustration. The recent chip shortage, the semiconductor chip shortage. And that's where what O9's role in that journey is that transformation of those planning and decision-making capabilities, the myriad of planning processes, right? They have your daily processes, the weekly processes, the monthly processes, you have commercial planning processes and revenue planning processes, supply chain planning processes. All of these things need to start coming together to create a coherent planning and decision-making capability that's able to respond to all kinds of changes in the demand and supply and drive decision-making.
Today, the world is pretty complex. Not only complex, it's volatile. Things are changing very, very rapidly. Technology is changing very rapidly. New products getting introduced. And with digital, trends are changing very fast. Companies need to react to that, and they need to react to that at scale. And at O9, we want to be able to exceed that. We want to be able to exceed that by 10x. 10x the efficiency, 10x the speed, 10x reduction in value leakage. But also 10x happier people, because you're working with great tools, you're working with great insights, you're working with great analytics. You can go home earlier and be proud of the results you created for your company.
Supply chains were built around efficiency. And I think now the pivot is going to be, okay, not just efficiency, but reliability and resiliency. And it's now, because of that, it's becoming a much larger boardroom issue, where before it was just about, hey, how can I get some cost out of my supply chain and still get the margins I want and meet demand? They're able to do that. But now there's another mandate, which is, okay, I need to be able to do that under all circumstances. That takes a rethinking of your entire supply chain. And that means that's much more of a C-level, board level type of conversation.
Courageous folks that are pushing for change inside their companies, and we're honored to be the technology platform that drives a lot of that change. Our mission is the amplification of all of their missions, on a daily basis, really. One quarter at a time, one customer at a time, one interaction at a time, one line of code at a time, one QA assurance process at a time, one support ticket at a time, just moving forward. And before you know it, you turn around, you look around. What began as, a couple of handfuls of people with a desire to inspire an industry is starting to take shape. And we feel like, we're not just getting started, but we're certainly in the early innings of I think, creating a very special company, and more importantly, a very special community around the company that we're forming.
The challenge with that, though, is that if you're going to hire great people have choices. Great people have choices because they're great. So you better make sure you create an engaged environment. Because if you don't, those great people will do what great people are able to do, which is find another job. We're deeply focused on making sure that we have an engaged environment where those great people want to come to work for us and those great people want to stay working.
Skyhive is using artificial intelligence to bring together all of the movements of the world labor economy. It's this massive, massive engine. You can think of it like Google for the world labor economy. Then we build applications on that technology to support the rapid reskilling of companies, individuals, communities, and countries. Skyhive's vision is to deploy 7.6 billion skill passports all around the world. And using the skill passport, Skyhive will be able to have a register of every single person's skills, capabilities, and abilities. And so now my skill passport, my skill profile, can show me all the training that's available at a skill level to be able to connect me with the learning that I need to take on those skills and jobs of the future. These elements are completely unique to Skyhive.
Anaplan transforms how you see, plan, and run your business. Leaders can view and contextualize real-time data from all corners of the organization, which I think is very powerful. We also have predictive intelligence that helps organizations forecast their business so they can have faster, more confident decisions come from that. And it's our mission to empower teams with the right data, shared insights, collaborative plans, so that they can really realize a lot of the untapped potential that drives breakout performance, which is what organizations strive to do. Came up with 6. It's creative, authentic, open, collaborative, inclusive, and tenacious, and why I think the Anaplan community is so powerful.
Medallia, we can open, sure, a survey channel, we can open an explicit interactive digital channel, or we can look at the digital exhaust that we emit in our daily lives, or we can look at the physical behavior of customers in their transactions and synthesize a point of view there that actually addresses the issue before it spills over in public. We'd like to be $1 billion plus cloud company because that's more energy to spend on people and products and fun and enjoying ourselves, and more strength to reward our shareholders that have stayed with us and invested in us. I want to produce great returns for them.
Innovation in the future is not about product. Innovation in the future is about taking your customers and rethinking of them as subscribers to the innovation.